Good day, and welcome to His Spoken Tea. I'm coming from Numbers, chapter 15, verse 37 to 41. First of all, this will be your first serving of tea. Your second serving of tea will be coming from Matthew chapter 5 and 48. And your last serving for this evening will be 1 Peter 1, verse 14 through 16. Now, let's start sipping. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Give the following instructions to the people of Israel. Throughout the generations to come, you must make tassels for the hems of your clothing and attach them with the blue cord. When you see the tassels, you will remember and obey all the commands of the Lord, instead of following your own desires and defiling yourselves, as you are prone to do. The tassels will help you remember that you must obey all commands and be holy to your God. I am the Lord, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, that I might be your God. I am the Lord, your God." Now, for some who might have read the Old Testament and believe that this message was only specific to the Israelites for that time, well, yes, it was for the Israelites and the foreigners living amongst them that wanted to accept the Lord, Yahweh, as their king. But since Jesus has come, some may think, okay, that's Old Testament. It's not relevant to the New Testament. However, I will beg to differ. Let's start with Matthew, your second serving of tea. Matthew 5 and 48 says, "But you are to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect." Now, this is not Matthew making this statement. This is Matthew who has recorded the statement. He was an eyewitness. Matthew told us what Yeshua said. Okay? So, you ready for your third cup of tea? All right. If you're in the room, let me know. Let me know you're in the room. Okay, great, great. Now, the last cup of tea, a little stronger. You're going to be sipping for a minute on this one because it's a an extension of the first cup of tea, but this is in the form of Peter's words. But Peter is only telling us the words that he heard from the Lord Jesus. He said, "So you must live as God's obedient children. Don't slip back into your old ways of living to satisfy your own desires. You didn't know any better then, but now you must be holy in everything you do, just as God, who chose you, is holy. For the scriptures say, 'You must be holy because I am holy.'" Sounds familiar, hmm? That cup of tea I told you would be sipping for a minute. That's a strong sip, isn't it? Now, meaning hot. It's a strong sip because it's hot. It's like, you know, you heard it in the Old Testament, so you thought, okay, that was that. However, nothing has changed because Yahweh told us He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So He still expects His children to live by the standard of His holiness. Now, what does that look like? You have to read the Bible, okay? You have to pray. You have to ask Him what's missing in your life as far as what is not holy, the areas that you need to come up in. He can answer that for you. The question is whether you're listening for the answer. He answers in any way He chooses to answer. He's the Lord. He knows how to answer us. The question is, are you listening for the answer? That is the question. But you can start by reading the Word. I know it's a lot. I know it's 66 books, and you may not know like where to begin. Well, you can start in the beginning, the book of Genesis. Well, if you want to get through a little faster, you can read one chapter a day from the book of Genesis and one chapter a day from starting with the book of Matthew. So therefore, you will be finished with both of them. Well, it will take you longer to finish the Old Testament versus the New, but at least you will have a grounding understanding of the why the New Testament is set up the way it is. So the New Testament fulfills the why questions of the Old Testament. And then by the time you get to Revelation, oh, it's all encapsulated. That just sums everything up from the beginning all the way to what the end shall be. Well, I hope these flavors have served you well. And until the next time you sip with me on His Spoken Tea, you stay planted on your journey.